All right.
Wow. What did we do, change services?
Is it going?
Yeah, David's got it up and running.
One try?
I dialed 9 to get out.
Oh, yeah, I'm used to doing that at work.
I know.
Anybody need these?
Yeah, I didn't print them.
I'll take one.
Yep.
Short and sweet? Sure. And we say at the beginning of the meeting that those who are dialing in for the economic development, this meeting of the Board of Finance will not be long, and then as soon as it's over, the EDC people will come down here and carry on.
This room was double booked.
Oh, got it. Okay.
So we can pose the question when we get going. Hey.
Hey.
Kimberly, can you come back now? Thanks.
You're welcome.
So Old Lyme Shopping Center is going to be on the block.
Yeah.
You see that?
Saturday, is it? Or next week?
No, it's next week, and it's online, the auction.
Okay.
Through an auction commercial.
Like calm her fears down. That was like immediate. Everyone said it.
They overpaid for that?
Yeah.
And the guy died.
Oh.
And his wife, and he was probably early 70s. His
Okay.
wife and daughter, they had no idea about the business.
My little not use a vacation, right?
2009, is that when he bought it?
Ah, God, was it that long ago?
I don't know. No, maybe it wasn't.
Yeah,
Maybe,
6, 7 years ago.
yeah, maybe it was 16 or 2015 or 16.
Yeah. It's a little bit cursed.
Every time I went there.
Oh, yeah. So, there was a big fire in it. Late 80s?
Was it?
Oh, yeah.
Let me switch. I'll switch with you.
I'll tell you the story.
I wasn't sure. I was like, are we?
Well,
I only want this because of the plug. Otherwise, it's not a big deal. It's the plug.
Get some more like
what's Rod's last
drip
name?
under the
What?
What's Rod's last name?
Clayman?
Architect.
2020
Rob Newton.
everywhere.
Architect who was on the RTC for a little bit. Rod
Hartung.
Hartung. So he was kind of that foundation.
Yep.
He had a very cool building that he was.
Yep. It never.
And then the owners, went down there.
I need you.
Curves, something like 30. They were like,
Thank you. That's right. Once
what do you got?
I read that. Just want you to sign underneath. Anywhere where I have.
Yeah, practically. Yeah.
I didn't bring that with me. I had it, but I didn't.
Oh, there's a
How many do you
down
need?
there.
Just any can, just so
Just
I
all
have
these?
it for
Yeah.
record. It doesn't matter. I remember reading it, but, and if Tim's gonna sign for you,
Even my daughter is like
if he's gonna sign them, then you just have to let.
Doesn't that behavior last
It's okay. We discussed it, but you just need it. I know, he just needs it in writing. You just need it in writing.
It doesn't matter. I'll mail it to the stamp on it.
Yeah, it's okay, but, it would, if you want to see them, I'm happy to
Mom
send
said
you
it.
too.
Yeah, okay, great.
Kind of
Change the copy.
so it's too late for Amy.
I know.
No, that's not true.
Yeah, a couple of times.
make a play.
But you were talking
Wait a minute.
the last couple of times. Oh, no, this was last fiscal year. You're good. Last fiscal year.
More traffic on the website.
So just these.
Just these. Just those. No, that's what I just told him. I said, no, you don't have to do last fiscal year.
Okay.
Thank you. Just so we have it on record. Thank you.
Good. So I think we've got I think Grubb is dialing in.
Out of way.
Yeah, and
BJ,
we can
BJ is
go in
dialing
on the phone.
Yeah, the EDC.
This is over there, I'll come back down.
Thanks, BJ. So just to be clear, it's a little bit past 5:30, but this line was also for the EDC meeting to take place. We've got a brief Board of Finance meeting that will probably take about 10 minutes at the most, hopefully. And then EDC is coming into the main room, and so they're going to start probably around 5:45. So anybody who's on right now for EDC, if they can either hang on or dial back in around 5:45, that'd be great. So on the line, I was expecting Matt Olson, Grubb, and BJ. Sounds like BJ is on.
Grubb is on.
Matt is on. Matt is on as well. Okay. Full coterie of folks. So I'll call the meeting to order. Michelle, are you ready? I mean, I don't know that you need to.
No, it's not, but that's okay, I'm taking notes.
Yeah. Call the meeting to order at 5:32. Only item on our special Board of Finance meeting agenda is to recommend the hiring of to approve, recommend the hiring of the new land coordinator, but it is an action item to approve additional line item expenditure. So, Tim, if you can just give us...
Subsequent, Nicole has informed us that it may not be necessary for the Board of Finance to actually make an appropriation of the difference between the proposed salary and the current budget. But I don't know, I'm always more or less told the Board of Finance when there's money differences. So I don't know whether you want us to go ahead and do anything or just leave it run or...
Well, you can do your explanation. I just wanted to say that I think I explained it in email
you did.
that
Very nicely, too.
Yeah.
an offer is going to be above the salary, the top step. Well, we don't even have steps. We have that's no top. And so the Board of Selectmen would like to hire that person.
Yep.
And historically, in the past 2 years, land use has given back like $44,000 unspent. So to cover another 10 of unbudgeted salary expense would not be I don't think it's going to be a problem for this year. And if there is, it's something that we can address through additional appropriations at the end of the year.
Okay.
As opposed to now.
Yeah.
Some of the additional appropriations made during last year have put us in a pickle because you can't do more than at one time to a department or else it has to go to town.
So per year, should we carry over money in 3 weeks or something just in case, or?
I think you're going to be fine.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, I mean, but I support Tim disclosing it and telling you.
Yeah, I'm so accustomed to begging.
When is the start date?
Pardon?
When will the person start?
Provided it passes, then I would call the person and he would tell us.
Okay.
I presume he will give notice and there might be a 2-week period, so
So we won't be paying him for 12 months
Exactly.
anyway within the budget year.
Right.
So this current year,
We should be good.
we're probably going to be paying him for 10 months,
Right.
yeah,
right?
At least 6
About.
months, less than a year.
and that might lower the delta.
For this year. I mean, we just have to be prepared for next year.
Yeah, very close.
We're paying Dan like Friday afternoons at this point, so he's earning very little of his current salary, so that's accumulating. So
That's true, okay.
make him up
Not much.
from that standpoint.
But not 40.
But just to give you a running start, I put this together. Dan is at the grade 15, step 5, which is 71,686, which, if you use a 30-hour week, translates to 45,95. The top step is a little over $1,000 more, and I equated it to different numbers of hours per week. Because I think with the salaried people, there's not a quid pro quo that if you work 32 hours that you get an immediate offset like a comp time. Certainly, if somebody works hard during a seasonal, such as Nicole, during budget season, then if somebody said, look, I want to take some day or two here and there, I can get my work done, they're salary people, their main job is to get their work done, no matter how long it takes, and so long as they don't abuse stuff, they can be mature enough to take it a little more time here and there, but not say, well, gee, I am owed this, because if they were to leave the employment of the town, they don't get what we would equate to built-up comp time.
We don't do that for anyone anymore.
Well, for hourly, yes, but that's limited to 12 hours. Max 12, is it? 12 or 24 hours max?
For hourly, we have to.
Yeah.
But not for salary
Correct.
anymore.
Not under Tim that I know of.
Yeah, no, it's been that way for a while. So, the incumbent is at 71,686. We checked specifically with 4 towns that were in the survey, and you can see that Essex, which is titled a land use official, typical of Essex, they're very liberal in their compensation, so that person's almost 103,000. Clinton has the ZEO at 70.38, and they are actually seeking a planner / land use administrator in the 85 to 90 range, but they have not identified anybody as yet. East Haddam has a land use administrator, which is around 80,000, and Saybrook has a ZEO, land use coordinator, and senior planner at 106. So you can see they have different hours alongside of their which are 3 at 40 hours, 1 at 35 hours. So our candidate is receiving 82 at the current location, and I have a strong feeling he would be very happy to come over here for 82. And if you denominate it with different hourly, you can see where the hourly comes in based on hours per week. So pick that middle one at 35 hours, let's say. You can and we're in the pack up there pretty much. We had a panel of 4 land use, 3 chairmen and 1 designate, plus the select people interviewing the candidates, and I think everyone was very impressed with his resume and his responses to 10 questions that were posed. You may know that he was a land use attorney. Mark Brantz is a name from the past that some might recognize, and Eric was part of that group. They worked with us for the seasonal housing class action suit, which was a lot of fun, and they've also handled cases, violations and so forth. About a little over 8 years ago, he left the practice of law and has been working for 3 different towns since: Clinton, Westbrook, and now North Branford. So he has the various certifications in planning and zoning and wetlands. So unlike other candidates we interviewed, they do not have those credentials, and it would take a while to get those. If you don't have your zoning, it's probably at least a year, if not more, to get your zoning certification. Wetland, Dan had the ZEO stuff, but he was light on wetlands, and so he got through that. But this gentleman would have all that. So I think I feel confident that he would hit the road running in terms of knowing how to do the job, and whereas other people would require a fair lead time to get familiar with everything. So that's a brief summary.
And Board of Selectmen?
We recommended it to Finance 82.
So I'll entertain a motion to recommend the hiring of Eric Knapp as described. Jude?
Second.
Andy? Any other questions or further
I
discussion?
mean, is the expectation that this person is full-time?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say, I would present it to him that you will be attending 4 to 5 meetings a month, often in the evening, and that would be part of the job. And so we're expecting for the compensation that we're roughly 35 hours or whatever. We're not saying it's a 30-hour work week, and everything over that you get to
30 hours is full-time.
That is the typical thing, but I would say for the number of positions that work
Of course.
beyond,
Positions are more than that.
we're not looking for, say, okay, you owe me now
But it's not a part-time position at 30 hours a week. It's my
part-time.
Yes.
No.
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 Okay, just confirming that.
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody on the phone have any questions or?
No.
Move to a vote. All those in favor say aye.
All right.
Aye.
Any opposed say nay. Motion carries.
Can I ask you a question? Is the motion to approve 1,000?
The motion is to accept the recommendation to hire.
And I guess, just to be clear, given what Nicole said, we're not specifically associating any new money with it. It's
Right.
just to hire this person at that rate, and the budget remain the way it is, and if it needs adjustment, it would be at the end of the year.
Great.
Motion
Okay.
to adjourn.
There's a second? Okay, all in favor say aye.
Special meeting, that was all on the agenda, right?
Yeah.
We might ask if there's anybody here waiting for the economic development, because we'll get them.
Yeah, I will. Okay, Board of Finance is released. Oh, wait, let's vote to adjourn. Okay, that passes. Board of Finance is released from phone duty as well. And anyone who's waiting for EDC, that will be in the next 5 minutes or so, folks.
Ask if there's anybody specifically on the phone.
Is there anyone on for the EDC meeting? Problem solved itself.
Well, we'll leave it on for them.
Yeah,
just
so
in
they don't
case.
have to sign it.
I'll go get them.
Island.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
So I did get your email.
Oh, you did? Oh, no, that's okay.
I just want to make sure because,
Tonight is a new project, so it's a tribute band of Jerry Garcia. Saturday night is their shows from
Because I don't
I saw them last year, they were amazing. They have a 3 o'clock show and 8 o'clock show on Saturday night, which I'm doing an 8 o'clock show. Sold out, both shows. Both shows.
Because I don't read the one. I mean, I only read the ones that I think anything that's perfect.
Oh,
Yeah, right. But we have to think up. I want to go to one of these.
Yeah.
This makes it so much fun.
You know what, when I have to go, so you have to.
The meeting.
But
I didn't see what your reply was.
I get complicated.
phone.
yeah,
So I
Yep.
okay, and as far as last night, you know, it's
And guess what shows? I'm doing Back to the Guard, I'm doing John Dancer. But when you Eagle, the 14th of August, his name is Ted something. It has a short last name, but he's Ted Ritchell. He's doing John Denver tribute band. And it's like on a Wednesday night, and like middle of the week. I'm like, oh shit, I know. No, the 17th, because I have Ring of Fire the same night. So I have to text. Ivyton and say, I can't do it.
Anyway,
I'm
hey,
doing the
very pretty.
I'm doing, Ivyton is a Kate and they, every so often they come by.
Like, yeah, it's on.
All right, well, we'll have a plan.
Okay. It's on.
We'll figure out the plan.
Under your
I always love that, so.
Yeah.
Just know my name.
I get to, I come here to more than.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Just in case you didn't know my name, I'm off to my next gig.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, I have a commitment that, I have to be there by 6:15 tonight.
Oh, what's
Okay, Jerry Gar.